Yeah, I feel very happy because it's not that easy to be the assistant captain of the national team. So I feel very happy, and by the grace of God, I will keep on working very hard. Yeah, my future in the Eagles is to win more trophies as last couple of back 3 years or 2 years, I think, when we won the AFCON. So for me, I'm planning by the grace of God this year we end up qualifying to the Nation Cup. Yeah, I think for me, I would say I feel very happy working with him. He's a very simple guy. He wants you to meet him always when you don't understand what he said. I think for me, with the way we are going, I think sky will be our limit. Yeah, we know our country and we know what Nigeria always needs, but football sometimes it goes good, sometimes it goes bad. But for Nigeria, they have to understand that we are just building in a new team. With a couple of games that we're going to play this week and next month, I think we are building up. As you can see, the team is lack of new players in the team, so we have to get some time to know each other.
So that's it. Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa speaking about, I think, patience. He's saying patience, and they believe that Coach Sunday Oliseh can turn the Super Eagles around. And he's also speaking about the guys that are just joining the team. So he's saying, guys, relax. We're still trying to, get our blend. We can still play good football.
Yeah, it will take time for the players to understand what it is that Sunday Oliseh requires. Brings in a new methodology, a new thinking, new tactics, a new way of doing things. So it will take players time to adjust and adapt, and hopefully they can be a perfect fit for each other. But I'd like to go back to Ahmed Musa. I just seeing him now just fills me with pride. Just a few years ago, this boy was killing defenders all across Nigeria in the colours of Kano Pillars. Top scorer in the Nigerian Premier League. Moved from there to a very small club in Holland, VVV Venlo. From there he moved to CSK Moscow, where he's painting the place red. He has won 2 Russian Premier Leagues. He's playing consistently the UEFA Champions League. He's won a Nations Cup title with Nigeria. Now he's captain of the Super Eagles, bearing in mind that he's also played at every junior level for Nigeria as well. Remember, there was a time he was shuttling between the under-23 national team, the under-20 national team, the Super Eagles. So
the Wafu team.
The Wafu team. So for people who are saying that Ahmed Musa shouldn't be captain, please try and remember where this boy came. This boy has paid. He has paid his dues, and he paid them in full. There was no shortcut for Ahmed Musa. So I think he's a worthy captain. I think he's a worthy captain, and just seeing him fills me with pride. And he's just instrumental. He's a good example to other players who play in the Nigerian Premier League. With consistency and hard work, there's nothing you can't achieve. We can all track his path to the top now, and who says you can't follow in a few years?
Customers, it's very simple. A player at Sunshine Stars will listen to Ahmed Musa and get motivated.
Well, yeah, you could, but then the only issue I have is that in as much as he has paid his dues, does he have that leadership quality? Now there's a problem, because I watched that game against DR Congo, and as far as I'm concerned, I did not see any glimpse.
First time he was wearing the band.
Well,
did you see it against Cameroon?
Well, against Cameroon, there was no. The team played well. The team played well, but as far as I'm concerned, it's really going to take him time for him to mount up that for that that trait of leadership should be in him. It's really taking time for him to really show it. So yes, good player, probably a good leader on the pitch, but then he has to be able to command respect. And for me, Sunday Oliseh saw, he knew what he saw when he made him his captain. However, we shouldn't praise him yet. Let us see some of the games he plays, and then we'll now say, okay, maybe it's going to be a worthy captain.
Well, that's what it is. Ahmed Musa and the Super Eagles. Different opinions from the guys in the studio. What do you think with this rebuilding process going on in the Super Eagles of Nigeria? We love it when you get involved on Twitter or channels_sports. Now, 4 days from now, it will be the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Nigeria has been so successful with that tournament. As we speak, the team are off to Chile. So, Koiki, you keep talking about Nigeria at this level, that no country comes close. But let's still keep that word in mind, development.
Yeah, I think you said it very clearly, development. And I think on this platform, we've always consistently hammered on the point that it will be a waste or amount to absolute nothing if we win at the under-17 level and we cannot translate that success at senior international level at some point in time.
Yeah.
A lot of the players that we bring through at this level, 4, 5, 6, 7 years down the line, we cannot find a single one of them. I mean, where is the young Amokachi, the Gani Osenis, the Rafael Ademolas, all the players who played there, the little Messis who played so brilliantly in the past? We can't find a single one of them. So I think we should learn to understand that at this level of football, while winning is good, it is not the ultimate aim.
I agree.
Of under-17 football. It is if we can find at least 4, 5, 6 maybe of these players in a few years' time who are playing at the 2020 FIFA World Cup.
That's what it is.
That for me, 2022 FIFA World Cup. That for me represents true development. That for me represents success at this level. Not winning under 17 titles. We won 4, but what has that done for Nigerian football? At least we've not even made it to the quarterfinals of the FIFA World Cup. So that tells me that we are still doing something wrong. But bearing in mind they've done well. Their preparation, they beat the under 21 team of Racing Club 3-1. That was earlier today.
Also defeated
Argentina. That's a difficult game. When you understand that it's more difficult to play against a club side than a national team. A club side plays together day in, day out. They can close their eyes and probably play blindfolded because they have a better understanding. But you had an aggregation of players who have been playing, who have just been brought together for a single purpose. And the fact that you can beat them so decisively says that probably you are doing something right.
And guys, I think we're getting better at the under-17 level. Over the years, we just get these players and then they fizzle out. But let's check out the class that brought out Kelechi Iheanacho, Taiwo Awoniyi, Wakali. You see, we can count about 5, 6, 7 players from that squad that are active and even playing competitive football. And I think that's what Coach Emmanuel Amunike should be thinking, keep the legacy.
Yeah, exactly, keep the legacy. And of course, if you want to think about it, he was actually part of the coaching crew that actually bring about these boys you just mentioned. So for me, it has to be keep the legacy. These players must be players that, as he said, would be able to, we can actually talk about in a few years' time from now. You talked about 2022. For me, that's far-fetched. I'm even talking about the Olympics 2020. Want to see many of these players in the under-23 team that would, hopefully, God willing, play in the Olympics in 2020.
I'll bring it forward. Who says Kelechi Iheanacho cannot go to Russia 2018?
Who says he cannot go to the African Cup of Nations in Gabon?
It's not impossible.
So at the behest of the coach, if the coach feels that there's a maxim in football, a popular maxim that says that if you are good enough, you are old enough.
Exactly.
No matter, we've seen players who made their debuts for the national teams at the age of 16. There's the young Norwegian boy. I think he played for Norway's first team at the age of 16. So
Real Madrid.
Exactly. If you are good enough, you have the requisite quality. You have the mental strength.
Who says he can't make the French team to the World Cup if he keeps the form?
If he keeps the form, trust me, he's going to be playing in the national team pretty soon. I would not be surprised if he's going to be in the Euros 2016 in France, for France next year. So for me, it has to do with the confidence of these players. Now, the coaches have to give them the confidence. Now, we should make sure that these players are to be reckoned with in a few years' time, so that it will give headache to whoever is a national team coach in whenever these players are caught recording. I mean, let me give an example. Japan 93 players. These players, many of them played in the Olympics in Atlanta. Some of them played in France 98 as well, and they actually gave, and many of them went on to play for big clubs. Actually gave the coaches at that time big headache, because you have to be call players that are good for the national team. So as far as I'm concerned, it has to do with development. Let us make the under-17 competition a developmental thing. Not that we'll be winning. We've won it 4 times. What has it done for us?
That's what it is. The FIFA Under-17 World Cup will kick off on the 17th of this month and run till the 8th of November in Chile. We want to wish Coach Emmanuel Amunike and the Golden Eaglets all the best as they start their campaign right there. Let's run through some of the results from the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. And the Super Eagles are chilling, waiting for Swaziland and Djibouti to conclude. Swaziland won the first leg by 6 goals to nothing, but there are other results coming up. That's it right there on your screen. Madagascar and Central African Republic played out a 2-all draw, but Madagascar will qualify on a 5-2 aggregate scoreline. Burundi defeated Seychelles by 2-0 and qualified 3-0 aggregate. Namibia defeated the Gambia by 2-1 and they are through on a 3-2 aggregate scoreline. Sierra Leone defeated Chad. But look at that. Chad will advance on away goals. So you see, very, very important, you know, to win your first leg game.
For our good friend
Aisha Johansson. Oh, we should put a call across to Aisha and say, you know, just. All right, Niger defeated Somalia by 4-0 and they will advance on a 6-0 aggregate. While Guinea-Bissau lost at home to Liberia by 3-1. So Liberia will go on a 4-2 aggregate. Yeah.
And we can say that Nigeria will be playing.
And maybe Chad, Sierra Leone.
Well,
but the Chadians, they play good football.
That's what I'm
yeah,
very strong, very physical side. So I'm not surprised they went.
Push the Super Eagles to the limits. Show good character in Kaduna.
Have been decent for the past few years, but losing 3-0 at home in the first leg ended their campaign. That was a shocking result for me. So, but no surprises whatsoever.
Good one for African football. Let's go on a break now. When we come back, Match Day 33 will get us talking again in the Nigeria Professional Football League. What is Ifa Enuba saying after that LMC statement that says that the game with El Kanemi Warriors will be replayed? You know what? We'll just see highlights on the game between Enugu Rangers and Warri Wolves. It was again Bola Salami that stepped up for the Warri team, and then Osasokoro equalized for Rangers. So much to talk about. We'll come back. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.